Right, morning and welcome to Garsdale. This is the Moorcock Inn where we stayed last night. Better in daylight. It was absolutely pitch black out here last night once it got dark. Just a few lights from the pub and that was it. So anyway, I walk up the road to the station. I'm not walking up any mucky paths now. So I've got my decent trainers on. Train is due in about half an hour, slightly under I think. Carlisle to Leeds. That's where we went last time, up that path there. I wonder what that stone said there. It says County of North Yorkshire. So, might be in Cumbria now. It doesn't say, unless we're actually on the border. There's one or two houses just up to the right there. Could we be in no man's land? Welcome to Cum. I'm sure that should be Cumbria. Dandrimire Viaduct. I think this is Chapel Dale, but I might be wrong. Oh no, it's Hawes Junction in Chapel Dale somewhere else. But again, it's part of the railway because Garsdale used to be Hawes Junction, but they renamed it Garsdale more recently. I'm interested to see what train's coming north because the signals are all cleared. As far as I'm aware, the box is manned 24/7. Get a bit better view of the viaduct just here. Right, that little footpath sign there is where we went to Kirby Stephen. It is. Up over there, over Moorcock Tunnel, or over that way anyway, towards Lund's Viaduct, which is just the other side, and then eventually right up over the top, right up over those hills in the distance. Did about 13, 14 miles that day. Feet were killing me. Right, left turn here now to the station. You keep going, you end up towards Sedbergh, 9 miles. I think if you keep going further than that, you end up towards the west coast, T-Bay or something like that. Anyway, up here now. Oh, little waterfall just there, look at that. How nice. Oh, it's freezing. Absolutely freezing it is. There's ice on the road and I'm in shorts. Incredible. Alright. Let's get up to the station. Right, welcome to Garsdale Station, that is. Oh, it's a bit hard work walking up from the Moorcock Inn, but anyway, we've done it. So, Keighley and a few hours at the Worth Valley. So let's wait for the train and do it. He's got the road, so can't be far away. And here is Russup. Well, not Russup literally, but the dog statue. I think most of you'll know what happened to Russup and his owner. He died on the mountains of Wales somewhere, and Russup stayed by his side like a faithful friend. Man's best friend, eh? He's a dog. Oh. Well, it sounds it's hollow. Thought it was solid steel. Obviously not. Oh, here's the... Alright, that's the... Pause that if you want to read it. There's even a disabled toilet here at Garsdale, my word. More facilities than some bigger stations. I mean, is there a disabled toilet at Wakefield Kirkgate, for example? Somehow I have my doubts. You can just see the tops of the houses over there, but not the Moorcock Inn's further over, so can't just see that. See what looks like 3 helicopters. What are they doing? Are they Chinooks? Yeah, I think they're Chinooks. Double-bladed helicopters. They've got a deep throbbing sound. Yeah, they're Chinooks. Our train is approaching. It's just a 158 on its own, and only had 2 cars set at that. Better this than nothing, of course. So, heading to Keighley for the Worth Valley today. Right, made it to Keighley, where the Worth Valley is on the opposite side. And I can smell the steam and smoke already. So let's get over there. Right, long time since we've been on this part of Keighley station. One just propelled a train of wagons out for a freight train later probably. So we'll have a few hours here and then eventually head home. Sockies. Not quite sure the word. Right. Oh my word, it's Blossom. It's the one from the Severn Valley. (46521). In fact, this is the one that derailed at Great Central, isn't it? Actually, about 6 years ago. One coming in here in original K&WVR livery. Long since that one like that. The vintage train. We'll have to have a ride on that a bit later. Right, and about 25 minutes late, we are finally on the move. This should have been away at 11:25, so not great. made to Haworth. The platform, as you can obviously see, is on the opposite side, and I'm not on the right side for the platform. But we're not getting off here. We're going to go to Oxenhope and then come back, and we'll decide what we're going to do later. So off we go to Oxenhope. Ooh, slip, slip, slip. Oh, there's a webcam here, look. Haworth webcam. Check that later. Arriving at Oxenhope, and obviously the station here is on the opposite side too. Right, made it to Oxenhope and just releasing it, detaching the loco. Rather busy for a Friday. Right, moving forward to run round. Pour some water first. I think there might be a leak somewhere, don't you? Wasting a hell of a lot of water there, but anyway. Right. Road set for the loop line now to go around to the side. Coming down, that will disappear out to the other side now. we'll let that train go back to Keighley now, so we're going to have some food here and see how good their catering is for the Worth Valley, and then we'll head back to Haworth and maybe have a walk to Oakworth, we'll see. But we'll get on the next train anyway in about half an hour, whenever that is. Okay, so enjoy the food. This is Bahamas now that's arrived. So we'll go back with this one. Not sure where, I might go back down to Keighley at the first, the way it is at the moment. Keep it a little bit drier. So let's get on. Right, got off at Ingro now on this one, and there's 2 locos here now because we stopped at just south of Haworth for the 78022 to be added. Very similar to the Iverts, the standard 2. First time I've seen it in green though. There it is. Weather's not up to much, as you can see. So we're going to have a little ride into Keighley now on the vintage train that should be coming in very shortly once it has gone. Go. Just inside a coach here at Ingro now, looking at some old posters and things about the area from years ago. You can see Ingro East Station, which is the old one there. Ingro West's here, where we are now, and that's where the tunnel is, underneath the main road to Haworth and whatever. There's a lot of mills around here years ago.
This is
Oh, it looks young. This was probably Ingro East, to be honest, I guess. Oh, it's not, it's Worsley.
Well, we think so.
Worsley Station. It's not down here. Oh, it's Bahamas. 40s, 60s, 70s, I can vaguely remember it like that, and then the 90s. I remember it like that as well. It shows you how a steam locomotive works here.
Should it? Yes. I've seen them going up and down a few times.
Oh, we've had a few mishaps. Oh, the coal tank has come off road there. To Daisy. Nice to see a fire, an open fire. Well, not quite open, but proper coal fire. This is inside Ingro booking office. Well, not the booking office as such, but the waiting area. Booking office is just over there. Might have a look at the carriage museum a bit later. Right, the little tank engine now, whatever it is, with the shuttle train to Keighley. The vintage coaches, I think it is this one now. So points are set for the branch, the yard. Right, here it comes. Just propelling out.
Well, I thought that would be the big issue.
Yeah. Well, no, I suppose like, whichever starts the initial delays, that's the one that's going to be soon, isn't it? Because who else is up? No?
Well, it's not a tank engine, actually it's a 4F. It's the 4F 43924. Let's get in it. Right, let's go to Keighley with the 4F. Just leaving Ingrove West now. Can't put the camera out the window really because it's just wet. Makes you wonder what it would have been like to have been a real passenger on here in the 19th century. Years ago, when it was new. It's hard to believe a coach like this could actually be new. It's my bag, is that? But yeah, it's a lovely little carriage. Places like where that is. Christchurch Priory, Ilfracombe, I've been to get there by train for ages, and Sidmouth. Bus depot over there of some sort. A mile to Keighley from that bridge. Just waiting for the signal here now to clear. A white van rolls in, lower down. You can actually see right down the little chimney there, that hut, or whatever it is, because we're so high up here. Just got the calling on signal there. We've only 5 minutes of 5 minutes of not battery power now, of actual capacity on the camcorder. We have a locomotive here on its own, waiting. 45212, I think. Oh, no, that is a good pairing over there. Standard 2 and an Ivan. We're just having a little bit of a look around the yard now, with permission. This is a standby loco 5820, American, what you call Big Jim, used to be called Big Jim. I think the ordinary train's coming back now, the one we got off at Haworth earlier, so we'll see that go past, I'm sure. Yeah. So a loco double-header one coming back. Right, we're going to get this train to Keighley. I think work our way back home now because we're virtually out of storage on the camera. Battery power's not that great either. Anyway, here we are. Right, made it to Keighley. 45212 is staying here. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere in any hurry. There's an electric one in the distance there, disappearing to Skipton. So, not got much battery power now or memory left, so it's really going to be very, very much the last shot in the next minute or so now. Vintage train arriving back from Ingro. With 45212 in charge. I say 78022, not 45212. Obviously it's just the same. The last train we can see today now. We can't actually see it leave because our train leaves about 2 minutes after this one, so if we do it, we're from the other side on the network rail platforms. So it's back to Bradford, Foster Square, then interchange over to Huddersfield and back to Cottingley, where this weekend, or rather shall I say week not weekend, concludes. So cue music and let's see the bathroom when we get home. That's the reason we've been away this week.
Not for public use.
Bye.
Please do not fall.